Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this video we will discuss about Euler's model law, Weber's model law and also Match model law. So first coming to do watch my earlier videos where I have discussed about Reynolds model law and Froude's model law. So today in this session we will discuss about the remaining model laws based on the dimensionless numbers, Euler's, Weber and Match numbers. So coming to the first one for today, that's Euler's model law. So Euler's model law, of course, any model law, the name you give will be based on that dimensionless number. So here it's a Euler's model law, hence it is based on Euler's number. So Euler's model law states that the Euler's number of the model is equal to the Euler's number of the prototype. So when do we apply this Euler's model law? So this Euler's model law will be applied when pressure forces are considered, because in Euler's number we have pressure as one of the variable. So when pressure forces are predominant or pressure forces are significant, then we do consider this Euler's model law. So according to this law, the mathematical statement is Euler's number of the model is equal to Euler's number of the prototype. And let's simplify this. So I take Vm as velocity of fluid in the model, Pm is pressure of fluid in the model, and ρm is the density of fluid in the model. And similarly, Vp, Pp and ρp are the corresponding values in the prototype. So we know that Euler's number is given by the formula V by under root of P by ρ. Even about this dimensionless numbers also I have discussed earlier. So from here, Euler's number of model is equal to Euler's number of prototype. So Vm by under root of Pm by ρm is equal to Vp by under root of Pp by ρp. This is our equation. Say suppose if the same fluid is flowing through the model and the prototype, then obviously your ρm and ρp would be equal and they'll get cancelled out, and hence you will be left with Vm by root Pm is equal to Vp by root Pp. So you can apply this equation number 3 when densities are same. Densities in the model and prototype are same. So Euler's model law basic applications are where in fluid flow problems, of course, but when it is taking place in a pipe flow, because in a pipe flow, when for a fluid to move you need to give some external pressure. So at that time you can take the help of Euler's model law, and also where viscous forces are very negligible, and also where gravity and surface tension forces are absolutely absent. So this law is also applied or is also used to know about cavitation in detail. Okay. Next we have Weber's model law. So Weber's model law states that Weber's number of the model is equal to Weber's number of the prototype. We all know Weber's number is nothing but the ratio of square root of inertia force to surface tension force. So now we can understand when surface tension is involved, it means that where surface tension forces are predominant or significant or they are given importance, the surface tension force, there we apply Weber's model law. So according to this model law, Weber's number of the model is equal to Weber's number of the prototype. If we simplify this, let's say Vm is the velocity of fluid in the model, sigma m is the surface tension force in the model, ρm is density of fluid in the model, and Lm is the linear dimension of the model or length of the model. Then Vp, sigma p, ρp and Lp are the corresponding values in the prototype. Then according to Weber's law, we have Weber's formula as V by under root of sigma by ρl. That's our formula for Weber's number. It's V by under root of sigma by ρl. So now if we apply to model and prototype, we get a relationship like Vm by under root of sigma m by ρm Lm is equal to Vp by under root of sigma p divided by ρp Lp. This is our actual equation. If you get any numerical problem, you should take this equation. Okay, and where do we apply this Weber's model law? As I've told, where surface tension forces are predominant, we use this Weber's model law. And where do we get this? When capillary rise takes place in narrow passages, and also capillary movement of water in soil, and also capillary waves in channels, and also flow through weirs when they are subjected to small edge. So at all these places we apply Weber's model law. The next one and the last one is Match model law. So Match model law is that law which is based on Match number. So Match number is nothing but the square root of ratio, or it's a ratio of square root of inertia force to elastic force of a fluid. Okay, where we elastic stress is predominant, where elastic forces are significant, in addition to the regular force, inertia force, we consider match model law. Okay, and according to this law, match number of the model is equal to match number of the prototype. But what is the formula of match number? It is V by under root of K by rho, where K is the elastic stress and V is the velocity and rho is the density. So since I am trying to establish relationship between model and prototype using a match number, so Vm is velocity of fluid in the model, Km is elastic stress for the model, ρm is density of fluid in the model, and Vp, Kp and ρp are the corresponding values in the prototype. Then according to match law, we have Vm by under root of Km by ρm is equal to Vp by under root of Kp by ρp. It's very simple. If you know the dimensionless number formula, just for model you put mm, for prototype you put pp, like that you get this. Okay, and even if the same fluid is flowing in the model and the prototype, then your ρm and ρp also will get cancelled. You would end up with Vm by under root of Km is equal to Vp by under root of Kp. So where do we use this match model law? I already told you where elastic stress is considered or elastic forces are considered. So where these take place? Especially match model law is used when for designing aeroplanes and projectiles, and also in aerodynamic testing, and also in underwater testing of the torpedoes, and also submarines, and also when we encounter any water hammer problems in pipes also, we apply this match model law. So I have a numerical problem. Let's see this. So the question is, the pressure drop in an aeroplane model of size 1 by 10 of its prototype is 80 Newton per centimeter square. The model is tested in water. Find the corresponding pressure drop in this prototype. Take density of air as 1.24 kg per meter cube. The viscosity of water is 0.01 poise, while the viscosity of air is 0.00018 poise. Okay, so he is telling that there is a pressure drop in an aeroplane model. Means the model of the aeroplane is having 1 by 10 size of the prototype, and the pressure value is given, and he is asking us to calculate what is the pressure drop in the prototype. Means what is that we need to calculate is pp value. Okay, so for this let's start writing the given data. So pressure drop in the model, Pm is 80 Newton per centimeter square. Convert this into Newton per meter square, so multiply with 10 power 4. Next, linear scale ratio is 40. Why? Because model size is 1 by 10th of prototype. Means it means that Lm by Lp is 1 by 10. So obviously Lp by Lm will become 10. So Lp by Lm is Lr. So Lr is 40. Next, one thing we have to be clear, that fluid in the model is water, but fluid in the prototype is air, of course. Now viscosity of water, which is there in the model, the water is there in the model, and its viscosity is mu m, which is 0.01 poise. Similarly, density of water is given to us. Actually this value is not given, but we all know density of water is 1000 kg per meter cube. Next, viscosity of air is given, which is the fluid in the prototype, so that's why it is mu p, 0.00018 poise, and density of air is also given to us, which is rho p, 1.24 kg per meter cube. Okay, now he is asking us to calculate the value of pp. So for getting this pp, I just now told, to apply or to get where the pressure forces are predominant, we obviously use the Euler's model law. But directly I am not starting with Euler's model law, because here according to our Euler's model law, we have Vm by under root of Pm by ρm is equal to Vp by under root of Pp by ρp. Here ρm and ρp are different. But if I cannot start directly by using this model law, because here I don't have the values of Vm and Vp. That's why what we are doing is, first we are starting with Reynolds model law. Because you may ask, why only we are taking Reynolds model law? Because here viscosity values are given. So in which model law we will have viscosity? Only in Reynolds model law. So hence we are taking first Reynolds model law. I'll start applying Reynolds model law, so that I will end up with Vm by Vp or Vp by Vm. Then I will substitute that Vm by Vp in Euler's model law. So according to Reynolds model law, Reynolds number is rho v L by mu, and hence Reynolds model law will be rho m Vm Lm by mu m is equal to rho p Vp Lp by mu p. So from here I am trying to write Vm by Vp. Means from here Vp I am getting this side, and remaining all terms I am sending that side. So you will get this equation. Now I am substituting all the values. Rho p 1.24, rho m 1000, Lp by Lm is 40 Lr, and mu m by mu p. Mu m is 0.01, mu p is 0.00018. And if I simplify this, I got 2.755. Okay, I got Vm by Vp as 2.755. Let's leave it like this, because I will be substituting this Vm by Vp in Euler's law. Now what is according to Euler's model law? Vm by under root of Pm by rho m is equal to Vp by under root of Pp by rho p. So from here I already have the value of Vm by Vp, so I will get Vp this side and I will send this denominator that side, because I will be substituting this Vm by Vp as 2.755 easily. So I brought this Vp this side and I sent this denominator that side. So Vm by Vp equal to this denominator became numerator. So it's under root of Pm by rho m is equal to under root of Pp by rho p. So hence Vm by Vp is equal to, just if we simplify this, means if I get it up, I would end up as under root of Pm by Pp into under root of rho p by rho m. So already Vm by Vp is how much? 2.755. So 2.755 is equal to under root of, what is Pm value? Pm value, pressure drop in the model is 80 into 10 power 4. So it's under root of 80 into 10 power 4 by Pp is what we required, into under root of density of fluid in the prototype is air 1.24 by density of fluid in the model is water 1000. So just simplify this, you would end up Pp as 130.69 Newton per meter square. If you want, you can leave it like this, but actually if you see the question here, in the question the pressure drop is given in 80 Newton per centimeter square, but for our convenience we converted into Newton per meter square. So it would be better if you end up solving this Pp in Newton per centimeter square. So how would you convert from Newton per meter square to Newton per centimeter square? Divide by 10 power 4. So this is equal to, Pp is equal to 130.69 by 10 power 4 Newton per centimeter square. So we would get Pp around, so it is around 0.0113 Newton per centimeter square. It is 0.013 Newton per centimeter square. So like this you can end the problem. So that's it about this session. Thanks for watching.